Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. It's Cynicalex, and today we're going through the smooth jazz stylings of Black Order characters and the materials that drop when you beat them in World Boss. So guys, today I want to talk about what to do with your World Boss materials, namely the Black Antimatter, the BAM, and the Chaos Nordstones that you get when you beat World Bosses. The Black Order characters and Tier 2 characters require those materials in order to rank up and become stronger. And, it's always been a hot topic since the mode was released about where should I spend my money or my materials, who should I upgrade, who should I Tier 2, blah, 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 blah. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit today, and we're gonna try to look at a general overview of what some best practices are. We're not gonna go too in depth on one particular character. We'll leave that for another day. So first of all, guys, I haven't really cleared Thanos yet today because I'm kind of being a lazy bum. But when you do clear World Boss, you will get materials, as you guys have seen in other people's videos, and you guys know. The main materials that you get, or the most important ones, are the stones. These are these black antimatter rocks. These look like little, I don't know, little cuts of Hyperion's belt or something. And then you get these rainbow Nordstones. I really love the diversity in Marvel Future Fight. I appreciate the LGBT references and the pride, So that's really cool. Anyways, moving on. You use those stones in that BAM to upgrade the Black Order characters. As you guys can see, you need to go to Material Fusion, and you need to basically empty out your pockets of all your gold that you have, and then get wrecked, go do some scumbagging and co-op, come back, get wrecked again, and just throw, outrageous amounts of money in order to upgrade these BAMs into their higher forms, where they take more hilarious shapes, ending in a teardrop. And then you use that to upgrade characters, the Black Order characters specifically. It's a little bit simpler for Tier 2 characters. The only thing that you need to do for Tier 2 characters, you need to amass 800 of the regular BAM, or the Black Antimatter. You need to get 300 stones of the correct color. You need to get 1,000 of the diversity stones, as I'm going to call them. And I like how they make the diversity stones a much higher number than the regular node stones. So, you got blue people, the blue men, the red men, the green men, and the purple men. But then, of course, the multicolored rainbow men and women, of course, are in much higher demand. And they drop at a much lower rate. I know you guys gripe about that on the Reddit and stuff, and I do agree with you guys. I think that Netmarble should look at buffing the drop rate of the Nordstones, because it's ridiculous how much you need to grind and how little you get in return. Like 7 on a World Boss kill is pretty silly. But anyways, once you amass those, you can tier 2 a character, or you can upgrade one of the Black Order characters. Now, all of the other Black Order characters, that is Ebony Maw, Supergiant, Corvus, Black Dwarf, and Proxima, all require the same amounts of Black Antimatter per level and the same number of Nordstones per level. So for example, to get my Proxima from 2 Mastery Stars to 3, I need exactly 200 stones. To get my Corvus from 0 to 1, I need 100. And same thing goes for the other ones. This is not true for Thanos. He is the Mad Titan. He is the Eater of Souls and the Devourer of all of your materials. So he has accordingly been doubled on all of his requirements, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but what can you do? So what I mean, guys, is in order to rank him up, you need double the amount of materials at every single rank and for every single mastery. So to get him from 1 star to 2, instead of needing, I think, 150 stones, I need 300. So it's actually a huge investment. I think me and a friend of mine in my alliance, shout out to NG Turbo, calculated it, and it's somewhere around like 2.5 months of straight grinding if you can clear 30 World Boss attempts per week. That is 5 out of 5 on every World Boss minus Infinity Thanos. Now, I know that's a kind of ridiculous thing to hear if you're a new player. How can I clear every single boss 5 times, 6 days a week? I know. That's not really what's important here. What's important to note is just how much of an investment you need to make in order to achieve a character like Thanos, and that's where I think I want to gear this video today, guys. You got to look at the end goal. What am I getting out of the character when I finally amass all of these materials to upgrade them? So, a lot of the other modes and a lot of the other reward systems in Future Fight are just geared around a small investment with a pretty good payoff. You upgrade a character from 4 stars to 5 stars, you get more HP and more attack and all that stuff. You get a skill most of the time. It's small risk, small reward. Small investment, small reward. There's a bigger bump at 6, but otherwise it's pretty, it's pretty linear. It's pretty baby steps, kind of, so to speak. But with Black Order, honestly, guys, the characters don't really start to shine until 5 or 6 stars. Especially because if you're already getting Black Order character drops, you've already got a pretty large stable of heroes to choose from. It's not like you can start the game and immediately start investing in Proxima. So you'll already have, 10, 20, 30 heroes at max rank before you can start investing in world boss heroes, in the Black Order characters, or in tier 2 heroes. So you need to take a bit of a different approach to it, and you need to kind of look ahead to what you're getting. So, for example, guys, I tier 2'd Ant-Man. I tier 2'd him because he was all the rage back when he was introduced. I don't regret my choice. I'm not unhappy with my decision, but in hindsight, it might have been a more strategic move to save those materials for Thanos or to get Proxima quicker. Similarly with Ronan, I'm just an obsessive person with Ronan. Thank you for the Dimension Rift. And I just wanted his tier 2 status as soon as it came out. But in hindsight, it would have been more efficient, especially considering that I'm not a player that has unlimited resources. It would have been more efficient to save the stuff, the the materials for Proxima or Corvus Glaive, who I have at 4 stars, or Thanos. So another thing, guys, you can see in my case, why is my Corvus at 4 stars? Well, initially, I started ranking up Corvus, intending to get him to 6 stars first, but I realized partway through that he is still a physical attacker, which means he's pretty useless. Not useless, but relatively speaking, he's less useful than Proxima to clear Black Dwarf. And that's one of the characters that I think most less experienced players, even ones with a lot of heroes unlocked, struggle with, because he has a lot of very punishing moves that you can make very few mistakes against him and get away with it. And you need to use energy characters, energy-based attacking characters, who generally speaking have a much lower threshold for damage and who die much quicker, who are much squishier, as the game analogy goes. So I actually struggled mightily. I cleared Thanos 5 times my first week that I did it, long before I cleared Black Dwarf 5 times, to give you guys an example of how difficult he can be. So I actually realized this, and interesting little graphical bug here, but I then invested my gold in and my materials in Proxima, and I got her up to 6 stars first. So in hindsight, I should have done that from the beginning, and I would have gotten more world boss clears moving forward, and then that would have exponentially given me back more materials because I would have been clearing Black Dwarf faster. So that's a perfect example, guys, of what I'm talking about. Now, just some quick and dirty tips for you guys if you're kind of having trouble slogging through all of the verbal garbage that I'm spitting out here with my words. You want to go, I think, with Proxima first. I think she is by far the best investment for black antimatter that you can possibly have. The mastery is not so important, although she does have a strong leadership. I think it's more important just to get her to 6 stars. To do a really quick review of the character, I think she's pretty cute looking. I like the hair, long hair, don't care, Clay Matthews. But I honestly think that the rest of her skills kind of suck. Her 6-star skill is, of course, world boss breaking. But I honestly am not really impressed with the other ones, and I think her kit in general is flashy. It looks fun, but the damage is really low. Only the 6-star skill really cranks out the DPS, and it may just be that it looks low in comparison to the 6-star skill, but you know, sometimes I find myself just running around waiting for the 6-star skill to be on cooldown, which kind of makes her a one-dimensional character. Now, I should stress that that one dimension is freaking huge, and she's an amazing character to have. She's an excellent striker. She's probably the best striker in the game, maybe next to Thanos. I don't have Thanos yet. But she routinely comes in on hit and does her 6-star skill and just takes off like 50k, you know, 70k of the boss's health. She can probably do more if you upgrade her DPS gear from 15 to 20, as I haven't done yet. But yeah, really great. And she's an energy damage dealer. I think her and Supergiant are probably the toss-up for the most useful ones, especially if you're still gearing your characters for world boss clears. Now, I do use Proxima to clear, especially on Black Dwarf days. I didn't really need her for any other days, but she does make things a lot easier. But I don't have experience with Supergiant, so I can't speak to that. She does have a summon, which is good. But yeah, I would say, guys, for new players especially who are just getting into World Boss, save up your materials and just go for Proxima. Once you have Proxima, from there you can kind of decide whether you want to make a much bigger, 3-month investment for Thanos, or if you want to, get a faster one like Corvus next, or if you want to get a tier 2 character like Groot or something like that. And I know a lot of people have been talking about how amazing tier 2 Groot is. I do have tier 2 Groot kind of ready. He's almost there. I just cranked out my black matter, as you guys saw on my inventory page. So I did have the 800, but I scrapped it for higher ranked. And the reason I did that is because although Groot is a great character, he tier 2 Groot, obviously, basically the only use for it is Alliance Battle Combat Day. So you're basically upgrading this character. You're enhancing this character for a bonus that you're going to get once per week. And the bonus, if you look at it, is really not that different. You get about 500,000 gold, you get some more stones, you get some more bios of a random character, but that's once a week. So if you average it out every day, you're really not getting a lot out of it. And on the flip side, you can use those bios to more rapidly upgrade a Black Order character, who then can help you each and every day. And honestly, they're more fun to play. I don't find Thrut or Groot that much fun to play mechanically. So those are my thoughts, guys, on the Black Order material and the Chaos Nordstones. Let me know what you guys think about that and what you spend your stuff on, what you're looking forward to most, and maybe who you want to see tier 2 next. And if you like what you see, guys, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.